Taylor Swift 1.0 has announced her first record since 2020, and the 40-year-old Katy Perry is proving that she hasn't evolved her game at all whatsoever since making the transition and figuring out what exactly the market wants. You want a little bit of a spoiler, check out who Katie Hudson is. But Katy Perry announces a sixth album, 143, and shares a release date. Yes, of course, and she shares a lot of other things that would have been a lot more tantalizing about 20 years ago. Katy Perry has announced the release of her upcoming sixth studio album, 143, releasing on September 20th. The pop singer made the announcement on her socials shortly after fans sleuthed the album title, covers, and release date of her official merch store. 143 is a code for I love you that was used in the early 1990s. I mean, can you say that you're old without saying you're old by referencing what people used to type on pagers in messages sent on said platform? I went out to create a bold, exuberant, celebratory dance pop album with a symbolic 143 numerical expression of love as a through-line message. I've never heard of this before, but then again, I wasn't old enough to use or be aware of pagers. So yeah, this ought to resonate extremely well with the Gen Z audience you're obviously still trying to appeal to. The project will be led by the single Woman's World, yes, which Perry will release tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But we have already got a teaser. We've got a teaser of this video right here, and well, certainly it features some stuff, okay? And it drives home the old axiom, old statement that, yep, they always get naked. Katy Perry features the best-selling sex toy, in new Woman's World music video. Yeah, something that was probably developed by a man using all of those technologies, and I'm sure your writers on that atrocious single, were probably overwhelmingly men. Let's keep it a buck. Today at 4 p.m., Katy Perry is dropping a music video for the brand new song Woman's World, featuring a very buzzworthy accessory, the lead single from her highly anticipated 7th studio album. Yeah, I don't really know, man. Like, anybody really anticipating this stuff? Really? Like, it was cool and edgy back when she released I Kissed the Girl back in, I don't even know when the hell that was. I think I was still in high school when that dropped. But yeah, making a powerful statement on women's sexual empowerment by, holding vibrator. Cool stuff, bro. In which a video's inclusion of her Womanizer Premium 2. Yeah, nothing quite screams female empowerment like something called the Womanizer. Fantastic. A silent, discreetly packaged, whatever. Just all this shit is so haram. Perry and her backup dancers are seen moving across the stage with a hot pink bestseller alongside full tool belts. Yes, bottles of whiskey for women and bedazzled drills and hammers. See, ladies, this is what feminism brought you. Alcoholism and goonery. Aren't you so happy? Aren't you happy that that's what you get to? Woman's World is the lead single of the superstar's first album since Smile in 2020. Premieres July 11th, 2024, with a complete 143 album following September 20th. The video serves as a key step in eliminating stigma and encouraging open discussion surrounding female pleasure and sexual wellness. Yeah, Woman's World, and yet it's all about them. It's not about, because this is obviously, right, and I want to get this disgusting shit off my screen, okay? It's a riff off of James Brown's Man's World, right? But you go back and you listen to the lyrics of that song, what's it about? A man making the entire world better, and the big reason that he's doing it, because he loves women. What's a woman's world all about? Yeah, I just want to make my junk feel good. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing? 19th Amendment was a gigantic mistake. Yeah, you can go ahead and you can get one of those, I don't know, nut busters wherever you want, but this is what she's doing, man. Here was the teaser trailer for the video. One of the first images that you're hit smack dab in the face with a 40-year-old rack. Like, you haven't evolved your game in at least 20 years. It's supposed to be about, female empowerment, female destigmatization, right? Okay. And that's what you do. You put your boobs out everywhere. And you hold up a vibrator. Show that women, once you get the vote, you can go out there and you can poorly assemble a shelf yourself, okay? You can go off all of your terrible tattoos when you're in your 40s. You can drink yourself into a stupor with whiskey and you can continue to just send out unreciprocated messages of love to outdated technology, because there's no fulfilled women out there that are just, running around in bikini tops, telling the world how empowered and fulfilled they are. Like, who are you fooling with this? It's absolutely absurd. The whole destigmatization, that's absolute bullshit, okay? As you see the male version of this, you want to run it back the other way. You got a bunch of guys, running around with a fleshlight. Would they be called empowered? Absolutely not. They'd be called out as the coomers that they absolutely are. No. This is destigmatization. This is empowering, all because dem boys and dem girls got together at the turn of the century, wanted to increase the tax base, wanted to get more bodies in the workforce, and this constant need for women, because it's interesting, right? Because growing up, what are men told? Men are told to go ahead and do what is right. Okay, it might be difficult, it might be tough, it might be a lot for you to handle, but as long as you're doing the right thing, you're going to be justified in it. What are women told? Do what's right for you. So then that just ends up leading to unchecked degeneracy. Now, Katy Perry's married. Katy Perry, I wouldn't imagine, has any need for anything that she's putting on display right there, because, yeah, she has Orlando Bloom at her side. She's a mother a couple of times over, as far as I can tell. And it's the exact same message that you're likely to hear from, Beyonce? Beyonce, who was singing about how, she could have another one of you in a minute. Okay, I'm totally irreplaceable, but yet she was the one who stuck by Jay-Z when he cheated on her, because she knew that she's infinitely more replaceable than one of the greatest rap artists of all time. Do you also want to take dating advice? Do you want to take advice on what is a good man from, Taylor Swift, who has a larger body count than both Clintons combined? This is female empowerment, guys, writ large, and we're just specifically looking at the musical landscape. But what do they all do? They all dance around, showing off everything, trying to get the attention. The older that they get, just the more desperate and pathetic that they look. The fact is really driven home by Myron Gaines. She calls it a woman's world and proceeds to sexualize herself with a bunch of other bimbos, proving why the patriarchy is needed. Men have created such a civilized world for these bimbos to make such stupid statements. If we relied on women to run society, we would still be in the dark ages. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, to be fair, okay, there's that one matriarchy that what about that other one that well, to be fair, there was the coven of lesbian space witches in the Acolyte that mind graped a couple of guys, tried to seduce somebody who was barely of age, and then all ended up getting their minds destroyed, because power of one is obviously so much better than the power of many. Who knows if the album's going to be good? Pop music, Katy Perry stuff, this has never, ever, ever been my thing. What is my thing is taking a look at the insanity for what passes as female empowerment, breaking it down, and letting you know there's a better way to live, that there's fulfillment that's out there. But Hollywood, celebrities, the disconnected types like that, yeah, they don't actually want that for you. They just kind of want your money, and they just want to sell you a dream more than any of those lover boys ever could. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.